You have been thinking of getting things changed where the manner in which you have been operating in. You know that bringing in a new, fresh mind into the way things are getting done with your company. You know that some fresh ideas would be highly welcome. So you have decided that bringing a reliable Excel consultant is going to be really helpful. There are things that you will need to take into consideration before you decide on what your next steps are going to be. You can only afford to find the right professional there is. You need to be sure that he is indeed going to bring something new and remarkable to the table, so you can trust that they may be able to initiate the change that you want them to initiate. The experience level of these professionals matters a lot. You need to remember that most of the experts in the field are those that have the most exposure in the practice. They need to have enough exposure in the common issues that many firms requiring their assistance have to face these days. This way, you will have a good idea of the ways on how they can address these issues more effectively. Ask about the credentials that he holds. You need to remember that the kinds of papers that these professionals possess will often be some sort of testament to how qualified they can be expected to be. They need to undergo proper educational and practical training exposures, thus you can tell that they are legit and that you can rely on them if they have the papers to prove to you that indeed they are. Ensure that you hire a man of action and not just words. Sure, the theories that they may be able to introduce to you and to the rest of your organization are really inspiring, attractive ones. But words and ideas will remain as such unless they are translated into action, so make sure that the provider of your choice is able to really get things done. Consider the kind of approach that the professional is going to bring to the table. You need to remember that are still an organization that has your own views of things, principles, and manners and methods on how to get things done. You need to make sure that the methods that will be introduced by the provider of your choice still coincides with your principles in a way. Determine how much manpower the professional will require to bring in with him to make sure that his plans are properly laid out. You need assurance that you will be able to provide him with the necessary resources that he requires so he can get things going towards the right direction. So ensure that you will take the time to check who are the people he needs and how many of them. You want to know how successful the Excel consultant has been in his past endeavors too. You want to know those instances when he failed hard as well. A professional who recognizes both his successes and his losses is always a good sign that you are bringing in a very level-headed practitioner who can really bring in his expertise and knowledge towards the kind of change you expect to get.